Hello, everyone. Good morning. How are you? Hope everybody's having a great day. So, what are we doing today for this React video? Well, I thought we'd go over some of Foodie Beauty's latest community posts because she has been mad, mad, and more mad. And every community post that she's posting, she is raging. And I wanted to go over the post and also to react to the Kuwait apartment reveal video that she did last night, where she showed the inside of the apartment. She gave us a brief tour. I've got some comments about everything I saw. So I wanted to share that with all of you. But I hope everybody's having a good day today. I'm feeling better. As you guys know, I've been sick. And I'm starting to get to that last little bit where you're still kind of sick, but you're mostly good. I mean, it's been 2 weeks. I'm so glad that I'm on the other side of it. I wouldn't wish this on anybody, but I'm feeling better. So let's do this thing, shall we? So let me just go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see and hear everything clearly. Okay, so let's start with the community post because Foodie has been very, very busy making community post after community post after community post. The last React video that I did was to the community post where she actually had the comments on. And as you guys saw in the comments, people were giving her tons and tons of truth. And although Foodie can swallow quite a bit, truth is something she just cannot swallow, especially in large amounts. And people were giving her truth in large amounts. So she got angry and she turned the comments off. And that's another reason why I reacted to the comments section because I had a feeling that was going to happen. People were just being way too truthful with Foodie, and she's just not going to put up with that. So she turned off the comments for that post. And let's go backwards. So this is the post that she made right after that one. Like here's the post down here that I reacted to. Y'all look, there's 269 comments, but she's editing them now. So this was one day ago, and then after she saw the comments, this was the post that she made in reply. She said, I'm turning off comments. I don't need to put up with that right now. I wish there was an option for members only comments. Maybe I have a thin skin, but most human beings do. I guess I don't like that toxic negativity that comes with social media at all anymore. And I feel more at peace not allowing hateful, abusive people to leave nasty comments on my videos. This is my corner of the internet, and I have a right to protect myself, my mental health, my other positive viewers who get attacked for supporting me, and my content. I'm sure people will pick apart every detail of our apartment as if it matters where one lives when they are so in love. The love we have for each other makes us richer than a lot of people. Hateful people who pick apart the lives of others are miserable and do not envy you if you are this way. I would literally live under a bridge to be with Sala. There is nothing wrong with our place. It is perfect for us. I will clear up some ridiculous rumors, however. 1. We sleep in twin beds. Dumbest thing I've heard all year. We share a large queen-size bed. I didn't show the other side of our room because of a bit of clutter. People do seem to have an odd obsession with our intimate lives and what we do in private. Privacy, key word. Don't worry, Sala keeps me very happy in every way. Get it? 2. Our place is actually very common in style for this area of the world. Of course, there are nicer villas, but we like this place. 3. Sala pays for everything here. He always has. I have my own bills to take care of in Canada. Again, not that it's anyone's business, but people love to talk in absolutes as if they know something. You don't. I'll leave it at that. He was not in this video because I thought it would be better to put this on my Foodie Beauty channel, and Sala will mostly be in our couples videos and not so much on this one, though occasionally he may. He is always most welcome. Let's face it, a lot of people, and I find this so weird, don't want me to be happy. You want me to love according to your standard of happiness and want me to be messy and miserable. People grow, people change. I'll never go back to that. This is the new me, the boring me, but it's peaceful. I don't care if I earn less now. I put my trust in God for everything I do now, and it has helped me a lot. Money and fancy things are not important to me. All I care about is a clean place. Yes, I've been cleaning daily and I'm feeling so accomplished and being with my husband. Again, the love we have is a priceless gift from God. Now for Salah. The man is amazing in ways I could never have imagined, and he keeps me surprising me every day with his love. If I have a headache or a sore back, he will stop whatever he is doing to massage the sore areas. He shows me more affection than all of my exes combined. No exaggeration. He is extremely handsome and tall. He loves my body. Oh, trust me, he does. But cares about my health, which is one if a man loves a fat woman and doesn't hound her for her weight, he's a feeder. But if he's concerned about her health, he's a fat shamer. He randomly calls out my name when we're doing different tasks, only to tell me how much he loves me. He supports me in every way. I've never felt a love like this, so pure. The only reason I'm so sensitive to hate and negativity is because it makes me feel disgusted in humanity, honestly. I am just in disbelief that there is not a single thing I could do right now to some people. I am in disbelief people are so judgmental about things they are. It never ceases to amaze me. And I guess if the key to success is to ignore all hate by allowing it on my channel, well, I guess my channel will die then. So Foodie pretty much wrote a mini novel for just that one post. You can always tell how mad she is by how many paragraphs she puts in a post. And from the looks of it, she sounds really, really angry. So let's go over this post little by little, bit by bit. Okay, so she says she's turning off comments. I don't need to put up with that right now. Well, I read the comments, and honestly, I didn't get the sense of people being cruel or hateful, just truthful. But in Foodie's world, truthful equals hateful. If people are being truthful, then they're being hateful. And Foodie, did you notice something? That the people who were leaving comments, they were not reaction channels doing it. They were not reactors. They were people that watch your comment or your content. The people that watch your videos were leaving the comments. And if you care about the success of your channel at all, you need to listen to what the people are saying. I'm not say I'm not saying that you should base your content solely upon what people are telling you. You should always do the content that you want to do. Anybody doing a YouTube channel, your channel is yours. You should do the content that you want to do. But if you're doing content and if YouTube is your only source of income, and so you are expecting people to watch your stuff and send you super chats and send you memberships, then maybe you should listen to the people because that's where your income is coming from. And if the people are saying things that may hurt your feelings, just take it as constructive criticism and try to take something positive away from that. Even if it hurts your feelings, there might be some constructive criticism in there worth listening to. And, like make your just sit down with yourself and say, maybe I need to reevaluate who I am and what I'm doing on my channel. Maybe I need to listen to the people who actually watch my content because as a content creator, I'm on the inside looking out. They're on the outside looking in. I got to look at things from other people's point of view and consider that an asset rather than just something hateful. Let's see, this rumor about them sleeping in twin beds. So in the apartment reveal, which I'm going to go over, Foodie does show the bedroom at the last part of it. And the bed looks smaller than a queen bed. When Foodie was living in the villa in Canada, she had a queen bed for herself. And knowing how tall Sala is, he's about 6'2", and knowing how big she is, I just can't see the two of them being comfortable in the bed together. I would think they would need like a California king or something to that effect, just so they both have enough space. Uh, I've also got opinions about the sleeping arrangements, but I'm going to address those in the react to the video as we go. She said she didn't show the other side of the room because of a bit of clutter. Well, Foodie, you decided to do a vlog doing an apartment tour. So you lit all the candles and you turned on the diffuser, and it's not a big place. You couldn't straighten it all up before you filmed. Why would you want to do like an apartment tour if part of your apartment is cluttery? Why not clean that up first? Okay. The place is actually common in style for this area of the world. You know, can I just bring up this point? I'm not comfortable shaming people for where they live. Like, whether it doesn't matter if you're in a shack, if you're in a trailer, if you're in a hotel room, a motel room, your home is your home. You got what you can afford, and if you're comfortable, that's great. The problem of where they live is not the place itself. It's not the dwelling. It's the fact that Foodie talked him up, and she told everybody, oh, he's got tons of money. I could quit YouTube. He's very successful. And yet the apartment isn't really backing up what she said. Could Salah live modestly if he had a lot of money? Absolutely. People do it all the time. But it's just the picture that she painted of Salah did not match what we're seeing while she's in Kuwait. It looks like they're living very modestly, which is fine. But she did not say that going in. See? And that's where everybody's getting this big reaction to the place. Salah pays for everything here. He always has. I'm sorry. I'm going to call BS on that. And I'm not trying to be mean, but Foodie is into food. Okay. Uh, I just can't see Salah footing the bill for all the food she's eating. She'll eat her weight in food, and that's not me fat shaming her. That's just pointing out the fact that she's a food addict, and she's always, 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 always eating. And I'm sure the food bill is outrageous there, outrageous. So she would have to chip in at the very least for the food she's eating. You know, there's no possible way that he can cover everything. I think she's chipping in quite a bit. Let's see. She says a lot of people don't want her to be happy. Well, you know what, Foodie? It's not a matter of whether we want you to be happy. What we want from you is for you to be honest. We want you to be honest. Can you give us honesty? Can you give your audience honesty? Can you be sincere? Can you be genuine? Can you be real? Can you please stop doing all this scripted, fake, phony crap? And I'm getting this impression from you that you're trying to do the whole fake it till you make it thing. But one of the things you cannot do that with is marriage. You can't be married to somebody or pretend to be married and fake it till you make it, thinking if I fake being happy, if I fake having a happy marriage, eventually it's going to happen. No, I'm sorry. As a two-time wife, because I've been married twice, if the marriage ain't right, it ain't right. And if it ain't right, it ain't happy. And if you've got a partner that's not your teammate, that's not your confidant, that's not your friend, that's not your lover, they are not connected to you, it's miserable. You're not going to be happy no matter what you do, no matter what books you read, no matter what memes on Instagram you pick out. You're miserable. On the inside, you're miserable. And I'm just going to put this out there for everybody. I think Foodie, her being in Kuwait, I've always said, I've always felt like this whole thing, it just feels like role play to me. That she found Salah and she approached him and said, come on camera with me, pretend to be my husband, call me some endearing names, wear some rings, and I'll throw you some money. This feels like role play to me. Like he's just there's some kind of financial agreement, and if he plays his role on camera with Foodie, he gets compensated. He's not into her. She's getting into him. She's getting attached to him, but he's not into her. But I think honestly, Foodie, she's so desperate to be in a relationship. She's so desperate to say that, oh, I've been married, that she's willing to pay for just the role play experience. And I was just thinking last night, like she is so desperate to keep the fairy tale alive, to keep it going. She doesn't like the reaction channels because we keep poking holes in all the nonsense and showing how things don't look right. And her being defensive and coming back at us and saying, "You're all making up theories, you're all lying about me, the speculation." Honestly, when you sit back and look at it, it just feels like she's doing it, the defensive, being defensive thing. It has more to do with her and less to do with us. Like she's got this fantasy in her head, and she just wants to live in that fantasy world, and she doesn't like anything on the outside of her pointing out the reality, because the reality is different than the fantasy. Like she paid for this fantasy and she wants to live in it, and she doesn't want anybody bursting that bubble, doggone it. She's going to live in it. Oh, I'm happy, I'm in a happy marriage and he loves me so much. She paid for that bubble, and she's going to stay in it as long as she can until she comes back home to Canada. So it has less to do with us, the reaction channels, and us pointing out the lies and inconsistencies, and has more to do with Chantal. She's always had a habit of escaping reality, running away from reality at any given opportunity, and she is not above paying for someone to be in a fantasy with her. She'll certainly do it if she's got the money and the influence. Okay, she says that Sala is amazing, blah, 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 saying he loves her body. I seriously doubt that. He stays away from her. Let's see. She says the only reason she's so sensitive to hate and negativity is because it makes me feel disgusted in humanity. But you know what, Chantal? You pay attention to what everybody else is saying. You don't have to. You stress yourself out. You can just stay on your channel, do your thing. Don't pay attention to the reaction channels. Don't watch the reacts. Don't go to the live chats, and you'll be fine. You stress yourself out, ma'am. Okay, let's go on to the next community post. This was 7 hours ago. Again, comments turned off. She says, if you don't get back home soon, your channel will tank. Most ridiculous comment I have heard today. So I am not allowed to live my life how I want. I'll go broke and have no one left before I submit my life to make others happy. Screw that noise. I get many people miss the old me. I don't. My life. If people leave, I guess I will have to rebuild a new audience. But I'm not living my life to make others happy, and neither should you. Okay. Foodie, um, if you talk about I submitting your life to make others happy, well, that's exactly what you're doing to be around Sala. You completely changed yourself. You changed your personality just to hang out with Sala. That's what you did. You're not your usual self. Everybody can tell. You're not being uh, yourself at all. You're being somebody else. Uh, as far as your channel tanking, your channel's already tanking. And you say you're going to be over in Kuwait for another month. I don't know if you can afford that, but it's your channel, your business. If you go broke, that's entirely your call. But the content that you're putting on YouTube it's not groundbreaking, it's not innovative, it's not anything. It's just filler content, and you know it. And that's why You're over there wanting to go to TikTok and do things on TikTok because somebody told you that you can make money on TikTok. But you even admitted yourself, if you went to TikTok, what would you do there? You don't know what you're going to do. You don't know what your content's going to be. All you heard was there's money to be made on TikTok and you ran right over there. But now that you're over there, what are you going to do? How are you going to make money? That remains to be seen. You say people miss the old you. Can I be honest? I don't miss the old you. The drugs, the binge eating, I don't miss that. But as I said in another react that I did, if you take away the drama, you take away the drugs, you take away the alcohol, you take away the binge eating, what are you left with? You put yourself in a corner with the content that you started creating years ago. You decided drama was the way to go and binge eating was the way to go and the drugs and the alcohol. You decided that. No one but you. You put yourself in that little niche corner. So, how do you get yourself out? You've not bothered over the years to show us anything outside of those things. So, if you're not doing those things, what else can you entertain the audience with? That's going to be a huge task for you to find something. And I don't know if you can because you've gotten too complacent with your content. You've gotten way too lazy. You're all about just finding ways to make money and not working. In order to change things around, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to put forth effort. You're going to have to think about things, and that's not something you've done for a very long time. She says, I'll go broke and have no one left before I submit my life. Well, you're going broke right now. You're looking for any which way to make money. So, you said long ago, Foodie, you said, I wouldn't care if I had 5 VIBs. Well, you kind of wish that into existence because the last few lives that I've seen, when they're going on and you click on the 3 dots at the top right and you click on participants, I've got screenshots, ma'am. You average about maybe 10, 15 people max for your VIB chats. Imagine that. A 93K channel only having between 10 to 15 people in the room at a time. That is sad. But it's deserved because you drove people away, you blocked people, you were rude, you told people they didn't matter, that they were replaceable. You got on your high horse, and now all the checks are getting cashed right now. Oh, so here she is making fun of Frenchie, saying, so you have a full-time job, but you are reacting to my content at 12:30. Let me guess, you're on a lunch break? You sound like stale garlic toast claiming he has a job, was going to work, and 3 hours later was caught on his second channel. You can make fun of our apartment all you want, but cam up and then show us your place. At the end of the day, you are seething with jealousy because you are so vile on the inside. Remember, a frumpy, middle-aged actor after years on the sauce who is about to drown in a sketchy hotel bathroom and don't have a man of your own. You would never have the balls to travel anywhere besides stalking my hometown and being delusional and acting that you're better than Cornwall peeps. Or to my fashion show, so it's ridiculous that you sit there behind your ugly avatar and criticize others, especially me when I have so much more going for me than you, and yes, that includes our small apartment in the Middle East. Where have you gone and what have you done this year besides obsess about my life? Stay mad, Randy Quaid wannabe, the nerve of this French fried turd to claim our marriage is not real when you have a whole imaginary boyfriend. Desperate for content as usual. I see your Doherty dozen gets half the views. And just a reminder again, your vlogs ain't crap. You are and always will be a loudmouth projecting from your smoky hole of misery. Goodness gracious, Chantal. Goodness gracious, the language. You're over there in the Middle East and you are just cursing on your community post. Shame on you, ma'am. Shame on you. And I'm sure Frenchie does work. I'm sure she does work. And you're making fun of Frenchie's looks. Let me remind you, you don't come on camera and you don't take pictures unless you've got a bazillion filters activated. You know how, I'm sure you've heard of Pinocchio, how when Pinocchio lies, his nose grows. In your case, it's your chin. Like the more you turn those filters up, the pointier your chin becomes. Yes, ma'am. So you're making fun of her looks, but yet you can't come on camera being yourself. You come on so heavily filtered, it's insane. But going off on French Fry Girl, first you say, I'm not going to give attention to the reaction channels, then you rage about them on your community post. Please pick a lane. You're making us dizzy. Also making fun of the different content that Frenchie's doing. Chantal, again, pick a lane. You get grumpy and gripey and bitchy about reaction channels covering you, but then when somebody covers somebody else, you still got something to say. So do you want us to cover you or do you not want us to cover you? Or are you scared because if the reaction channels turn away from you and they start covering other people, that means that's just going to make your channel go down faster and your whole world's going to come tumbling down. I think so. But yeah, she's going after Frenchie again. Oh, here's another one 2 hours ago. See, this one was 3 hours ago. This one's 2 hours ago. She just couldn't stay off her community post. Foodie Beauty, the funny thing is it's always a bigger locale who judges other supposed locales, which is a term made up by a bunch of fat-phobic anti-Semites who make fun of others online obsessively for free. Imagine what kind of pathetic life you have to be like that. Check out Hatter House for a perspective. I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. So yeah, Foodie, she just kept going and going and going. You know what, Foodie, as I've said, you're in Kuwait. You're supposed to be married. Even if it's a sham marriage and you're role playing, you don't have that long left in Kuwait. You've got less than a month. I would think that if you care about Salah, you'd want to spend every moment with him and less time on the community post raging. The more you rage on your community post, the more it's very apparent to us that you're not happy. And in one of the lives that I covered, the last couple of minutes were very telling. You were, bye everybody, and then your face fell. You looked miserable. But if you want to be miserable, if you want to stay over there and be miserable, and if you're over there just because you want to stick it to the reaction channels, if it's one of those things where I'm going to stay in Kuwait and I'm going to continue to be miserable because I refuse to admit they were right, that I am miserable, I don't want them to be right. I don't want them to be right. I don't want them to know that they're right. So I'm going to stay here and be more miserable and make myself broke. You know, put aside your pride. You're choking on it. Be smart. But it's your channel, it's your life, do what you will. So let's go over to the apartment reveal. It's not that long. I've got thoughts about it. Let's do this thing, y'all.
There. Hi, welcome to a video that a lot of
What did I say earlier about the filters? Her face don't look like this. That's not her chin. Big eye filters. Come on, Chantal. Come on now.
you have requested, and I've been meaning to do it to show you our new home. And so here it is. We are in a one bedroom flat. They call it flats here. In Canada, we call it apartments, but it's like I guess, the European influence. So we have a one bedroom flat, and it's cozy. We have everything we need here. We really are enjoying our time here. So let me show you our setup. Everything is not perfect. There's some things in the room we're going to keep private. It's a bedroom, right? So But we will show you a bit of the bedroom. The bedroom is very large, probably the largest room in the apartment. So yeah. All right, let's get to. All right, so I'm going to start with the living room area. This is the front door area. All right, and here is.
Okay, so I want to point something out. Y'all see that big pink and white thing? That is a diffuser. I wasn't quite sure what it was when I was looking at it. I wasn't sure if it was a diffuser or if it was a humidifier. I know that she's in Kuwait and that's dry desert heat. So it would make sense to me if it was kind of a humidifier type of thing because it adds moisture to the air and like it just it makes it nicer to breathe. But I looked that up. That is a diffuser. And what that does is it puts essential oils and stuff in the air, which can be very calming, like to add to a stress-free environment. But as you're going to see in this apartment reveal, not only is she got this huge, huge diffuser going, but she's got candles burning every which way. And I'm not trying to be a bee saying this, but like candles, that's a very small space. Candles everywhere. And I understand that if you're doing an apartment reveal, you want the place to look nice. I acknowledge that, but tons and tons of candles burning and a diffuser. Serious question, Foodie. Is it because you don't take a shower? And is there a bit of a strong scent in the air? And that's why you have this supersized diffuser and tons of candles to mask the scent. We know your history of not taking a shower. For whatever reason, you don't like to take a shower. So, do you have the diffuser and do you have the candles burning because you're unclean? I'm just curious.
Salah's gaming station, and this here is Al Sultan Salah's channel. If you're into gaming, please subscribe. It would be much appreciated. So, yes, this is the gaming area, and we have a diffuser here. Whenever I first arrived in Kuwait, I found the shape of it very different but very cool. Have the router, webcam, and the laptop.
Something's bugging me, and I know this is like a subfolder type of issue. I, as someone that I gained, the laptop sitting directly on the desk, that bothers me because most laptops, the airflow is underneath. And if you block the airflow, it causes the computer to overheat. Salah, what are you doing? You're a gamer, bro. Why is the laptop up there like that? come, come on now.
Laptop, a little owl that Salah got for me, gaming chair. All right, we have a TV here with the fireplace on it. You know how I like to put that in the background. Something cozy about it, especially winter, even if it is Kuwait. We have our sofas here. Longer.
Okay, I froze it right there for a reason. Just something that struck me as odd, and I was talking to a couple other people last night. All right, like this is like a velvet couch. Y'all see this right here? This square box thing? I was looking at that and I'm thinking, how odd is that? That's not in the shape of somebody's butt. That looks like something big and square and heavy that was sitting on the couch for a while, and then Foodie moved it because there's an indentation in the couch. And I have to wonder, is that where she put her CPAP machine? Because she does have a portable CPAP machine and it's about that size. It's in a bag. So Foodie has been talking about that she stays up till 6 in the morning and then she sleeps all day. And then Salah, he sleeps at night. So are they taking turns with the bed? And, at night when he's sleeping, she's got the living room area. The living room area theory works just because Foodie, as everyone knows, she's got a problem with food. She's a binge eater. And if she wants to sneak eat, it's going to be hard for her to do that if she's in the room with Sala, if she's sleeping in bed with Sala. How is she going to sneak out of bed without him hearing? So if he's in the bedroom sleeping and she's out in the living room area, she's got access to the fridge. She's got access to whatever food. She can pull out her phone and talk to people. So she's going to pick the living room front area and he'll get the bedroom. That just seems to make sense to me.
Bigger sofa here. That's the central air control. This was on the window when we got it, and it's kind of like a weird window to in between. It's outside, but it's like inside. So we don't really use it because we always have the AC on. All right. And we have some candles here. I love candles. Sal's
Okay, we got to point this out. Y'all see these two boxes over here? Those are her binge boxes. Yeah, I see you, Foodie. I see you. And you know what? When I saw this, I couldn't help but think of the setup in your room at the villa back in Canada. Like you were so into your eating problem that you had a mini fridge in your room and you had food stashed in your room. So wouldn't it just make sense that if Sala sleeps in the bed at night, you're going to have the front room area set up to where if you, whatever you want to do, you've got the food right there, you've got your camera right there. Those are your binge boxes. Just like you had your little basket of green goods back at the villa. You've got all your little snacks and stuff nearby. So if you feel like sneak eating, you got everything right there.
keyboard gets stored here in the coffee table. Thought I'd show you the snacks that we have. So we have
I mean that you have. He doesn't eat those. You eat those. I have yet to see Sala eat junk food unless you guys go to a fast food joint. And even then, he's trying to eat healthy. Who are you kidding? That is not for him. That's for you. Girl, we remember you going to the store and picking up 15 candy bars. Where did they go? You ate them all. Now you've got two boxes full of snack cakes and you're trying to live healthy over there. I'm sorry. I don't see how.
we have company often enough, and we like to have some snacks for people when they come over.
I just can't see that. I can't see anybody coming over and spending time. She's not one that she knows how to make good conversation. She hasn't really learned the language properly. She's not trying to. She's not into bathing herself to where somebody can be near her and they wouldn't be put off by the smell. You know what she's doing? She's a binge eater and she's trying to justify all of those snack foods. Foodie, even if that stuff was meant for other people, why isn't that in the kitchen? Why isn't that put away? Why is it right there on the table? What did I tell y'all? If you are a binge eater, you got a problem with food, the worst thing you can do is have your temptations within arm's reach. If you can reach it, it's too close. It's way too close. If the temptation is too close and too easy, you will go for it. You'll go for whatever it is your urges are. And as I've mentioned, if you're a carb addict, if you're a sugar addict, which I was, and Foodie is, she can sit there and say, I don't have a sweet tooth. I'm calling BS on that. The carb urges are always worst at night. They're always the worst at night. I don't know why. They just are. So she's got all of her little sweets and snacks for when Sala goes to bed because she's going to indulge in her impulses rather than stay away.
And these are just some snacks that we have laying around. Of course, yes, I sneak some here and there. Duh. I'll show you
Yeah,
my
look at all
favorite ones.
this.
These are chocolate croissant.
Look, they got 2 full boxes. That's insane. Look, that what did you do? Did you buy out the whole store? Girl, come on now.
Cheese puffs. It has like a feta cheese inside.
Of course it does. Of course it's got to have cheese in it. What was I thinking? Anything Foodie eats has got to be bread or cheese or bread. Everything's got to have cheese in it.
With like a croissant. These are amazing. I've never tried these until now. They're called Pop Pop and they're like sweet corn flavor corn snacks. They're so good. Some Kinder Malteser.
Look at all that. That's crazy. Most people, when they have a snack attack, they have like a bag of Reese's peanut butter cups or something. Foodie's got 2 boxes. She's a binge eater. She doesn't need 2 boxes of this crap.
There's Reese's, some Kinder Kit Kat, hazelnut chocolate. Help yourself, guys.
What do you mean help yourself? Y'all. Foodie, she not only has a problem with food, but she has out of control food aggression. She doesn't like sharing her food with anybody. Y'all remember that trip that her and Sala went to the mall and he got one, was it a croissant? What I forget what he got. It was like a dessert. It was a big one, but he only got one. And Foodie looked angry that she had to share that. She's got big time food aggression. She could have a whole spread of food in front of her, and even if somebody orders something different, she wants that too. So can anybody imagine her sharing those snacks with Sala or anybody else? No, that's all for her. That's all for her.
There's also a roll under here of this plastic, and it's used as kind of like a tablecloth, disposable tablecloth, I guess. Very custom here. You can eat on the ground with it. Under this carpet, by the way, is ceramic tile. I don't know if it's marble or ceramic, but it's like glossy and hard. And anyway, so we have a roll of those from the grocery store. You set it out basically and put all the food on it, and then whenever you're done, you can like put chicken bones on it, whatever, and just wrap it up and put it right in the trash.
You know, not trying to be a rude ass over here, Foodie, but I think on top of getting something like that for the table, you should get something to function as a bib, something you can put around your neck so when you eat, you're not dripping the food all over the abaya. I think that would be a respectful thing to do because you're using the abayas and and the hijab as a bib, as a baby bib. If you're a messy eater, then put something over yourself to where you're not staining your clothes.
Really awesome. I'm gonna miss these. Just a final shot from the hallway leading to the bedroom. All right, here's the light switches for the bathroom. Here's the bathroom door. It has like a key for a lock. All right, here's the bathroom at a glance. We have a fan here. I'm gonna put we have some bathroom Crocs because the floor can get wet. Because as you can see, the shower is in the bathroom, like there's no tub. So the water drains in this drain. We lift the cap. I did step on it, so it's cracked.
You know, as far as Foodie getting clean, that bathroom setup is actually pretty good for her because she is of a bigger size and she has trouble getting in and out of a tub. So, like her just standing completely still and bathing herself would be that's ideal. That is completely ideal. So, I hope that she is getting some showers while she's over there.
It's like in the way, I don't know. Anyway, we have the bidet hose and the toilet.
Oh, y'all see this? So, it looks like somebody bought like a loofah set but it's not been taken out of the box. So somebody bought it to bathe with and it's not been used? What are you bathing with, Foodie? Just plain water?
Toilet. This is a foot soaker. And here we have the toiletries for the shower in the corner. The shower is pretty good. It's like strong, but kind of like rainfally. So yeah. But we do have a hot water tank right in the bathroom here. So this is the hot water tank. A mirror, a sink. Um, Hello. Hi. So yeah, that's
I noticed that when she did like that mirror reveal, she kept the camera over her face so we couldn't see her without the filters.
the bathroom. Oh, and this thing is better than a mop. It basically like squeegees the water into the drain after a shower, and it helps the floor dry much quicker. I don't know what it's called, but I call it a shower squeegee, and it's amazing. Works very well. All right, guys, now I'm going to show you our kitchen. The kitchen is the smallest place in the apartment, but it's really packed well. Like, Sala did a really good job at packing everything in. Like, you won't believe for the space how much is actually in this little space. So, you'll see.
Can I just say this though, Foodie? If Sala weren't Sala, if he were just some random guy on the internet, and if he did not look good, and if you weren't there with him, if you were watching a video that he put together of this place, you'd be tearing him apart because that's what you do. You put people down for where they live and how they live. You're constantly talking about French Fry Girl and insinuating that she lives in a Motel 6. You talked about Kaya's living situation, saying she lives in a shack. You're all about putting down people for where they live. But because Saleh is with you and you're in Kuwait and he's a decent looking guy, you're going to give him a pass. But if you and Saleh ever go sour with each other, you'll probably rip him apart for this place.
Let me show you. All right, so we have a full-size fridge. All right, I'm going to show you what's in the fridge, but keep in mind we have to do groceries. So right now we just have a bunch of drinks, again, for when company comes and for us to drink as well.
She keeps saying that. She keeps emphasizing that there's company that comes over. And yet she keeps making all these community posts. So, how much company have you had, Foodie? If you have company, wouldn't that mean you've got someone to talk to and you'd be in a much better mood? But it seems like you're spending all of your time either on your community posts being mad at the reaction channels and mad at people for being truthful, or you're in other people's chats being rude. I mean, it just seems like there's nothing else going on but you being angry all the time.
We have some waters, because we have to drink bottled water here, Pepsi, Mirinda, juice, yogurts, eggs, cheese, halloumi. That's about it. All right, so we have a washer here and the dryer here and the laundry soap up there. You have to kind of stack things when you have a small space. It's a pretty big dryer. There's a lot of things inside.
Foodie, you had a washer and dryer at the villa, which was right across the hall from your bedroom, and you never used it. You had a huge, huge pile of dirty clothes, and all you had to do was just buy about, I would say, $5 or $10 in laundry soap, and you'd have all that clean, but you couldn't be bothered. You'd rather just buy new clothes rather than wash the clothes you already have. So you got a washer and dryer at the apartment with Sala, but I doubt those ever get used.
We have the gas tank for the stove. more laundry fabric softener. Here's the gas stove. Up here we have the shisha supplies, tea, coals, roast vanilla, candle beside the lunch meat, some clean dishes. This is the sink.
You know, Foodie makes it sound like she spends all day cleaning that place, but that place is not huge. Foodie, I reside in like a 2 or 3 bedroom house, and it doesn't take me long to straighten things up. So, 2 people, it shouldn't take you long to straighten things up.
I like this thing. It's so convenient. I don't have one at home. And
I never
I
used
have a
it
garbage
anyway.
bag under here. Juicer, that's sugar, just some pastas and rices and things. And this is my Nescafe station. These are mushrooms there right now, but they're just renting it. They're just, they're just renting a space in my Nescafe thing. I'm kidding. This is some bottled water in there. I'm going to have some Nescafe later. And some utensils. And the 3-in-1 I'm obsessed with. Yay. So here is the kitchen at a glance.
This is just something really small, and maybe some of you might think I'm nitpicking. It's just an observation. But I noticed that the laundry supplies, like the bottles, they look completely full, like they've not been used once. I'm just wanting to point that out. Like, it doesn't look like there's any liquid missing in either the fabric softener or the detergent.
There's also a fan here. It does work. There you go. Pretty powerful. I turn it on when I'm cooking. Alright guys, so now that I showed you our kitchen, I'm going to show you some of the bedroom. Alright, let's go. We have like a cute key to lock it.
Is it me, or does it seem odd that every door in that apartment has a heavy duty lock? I've never seen that before. I've been in many houses and apartments. I've never seen a place where every door has a heavy duty lock like that. Like, it's like, what kind of security do you guys need in your own home?
If we need to. So this is like the lighting here. We have a window, but we keep this drawn, this closed, because we have a neighbor in front of us. So it's part of the bed. We have some personal things on this side of the room that we don't want to reveal to you guys.
Okay, she's purposely not showing all of the bed, but you guys in the comments, you guys can give me your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Yes or no, does that bed look awfully small? It looks very small to me.
But here we have.
It showed like a corner of the bed. It didn't look like a really big bed. And as I said, Sala, he's not a petite guy. He's 6'2". He's quite tall. And Foodie's 5'1", but she's in the 500-pound range. They both need a moderate amount of space between each other to be comfortable. So if it's a really small bed, how can they both fit in there at the same time? Unless they're sleeping in shifts. He sleeps on the bed at night. Foodie is in the living room area on her phone, eating, sneak eating, waiting for him to wake up so she can get in bed and sleep all day.
Our TV, entertainment area, some candles down there. We have a bass and a sound bar for movies. Bath and Body Works candles. And guess whose channel this is? It's our couple's channel. Check it out. I have to fix the banner, and I will. But yeah, if you're interested in couples vlogs, please check out our channel. Greatly appreciated. Champagne toast.
Yeah, like for a tiny, tiny place, she's got candles burning in every room. Like 1 or 2 candles would be sufficient, Foodie. Like if it's a scented candle, that scent travels. Why do you need a huge diffuser and like a bazillion candles burning all at the same time? Does the place not smell good? Is there a strong, unpleasant scent that you're trying to mask? That's just the way it looks to me.
And champagne toast.
It can't just be for aesthetics. There's a diffuser and candles. I mean, that's just too much.
I really like champagne toast. All right, guys, so that's the end of the tour. Kind of short, I know. Just a one-bedroom apartment to show you most of it. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed sharing our home with you. And yes, I am sweaty.
Why are you sweaty? You're in your apartment. There's air conditioning. There's no reason for you to sweat.
Oh well. Anyways, until the next video, guys. See you later. Bye.
So that was the apartment tour. And I've heard around the way that while Foodie was doing this video, when she posted it, the Kiwi farmers already figured out where she is. So Foodie, it was not wise of you to reveal the apartment. You went weeks without showing it to us, and all of a sudden you did, and you knew what would happen. And what is making me confused is you're over there talking about you need your privacy. You want your privacy. But, ma'am, if you choose to reveal things that are private and you turn them into something public, at that point, they're no longer private. Private means it's stuff that nobody knows and nobody sees. And because they don't, they're not going to comment on it. If you want a private life, that's great. But if you don't want people to comment on things, whether they're public or private, don't put them in the public eye, because then you're opening the floor to things that people are going to say. And you really can't get mad if they express their opinions because you put that in play, you see. So you could have kept the home a secret, didn't have to show it to us, but you did. And now the place has been doxed on Kiwi Farms. And it would not have been had you not shown it to us. Just remember that. You did that to yourself. And if you got mad in your comment section here, here, you did all this, like you're writing paragraphs and all that, okay? It you all you're making yourself mad. You make yourself mad by making things public and by sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. That's essentially it. If you don't want to get aggravated by the reaction channels, then stay off the reaction channels. Let them do their thing. You do your thing on your channel. And don't make private things public. It's all you got to do. Anyway, so Foodie is on a live right now. She was getting kind of snarky, even though she said she's not going to talk about the reaction channels anymore. She certainly is. So I'm going to see what's going on with Foodie. And I hope everybody has a great day. So y'all take care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye-bye.